So 6.2. 6.2 is applications of right triangles. All right, so all that SOHCAHTOA business we talked about is about to become very, very useful. Also, we're going to be doing a lot of this is basically calculator work or just kind of like plug and chugging away. So it shouldn't be too terrible. Um, Basically, we're going to be given a triangle. So we'll just jump straight into examples. In triangle ABC, we know three of the measures. Find the remaining unknowns. All right, so I always do the same type of setup. You actually don't need the triangle for this whatsoever, but I'm going to draw the triangle out over to the side here. So we're going to have a triangle. These are always right triangles, so you'll always have this little square. And then you have 106.2 here, and then you have a degree measure of 61.7 degrees. Okay, and they label it as A, B, C. So you technically never actually have to write out the triangle. You can actually just do this following chart, which is what I do every single time. The big letters are your angles. The small letters are your sides. All right, so we know angle A is 61.7 degrees. We know angle C is 90 degrees. And the way you tell which side's which is you take the angle and whatever the opposite side is. So you're looking across from it. So this is side C is 106.2. That means you need to know these pieces of information, which is pretty straightforward, I feel like. Now, the easiest thing for us to find is angle B, because we just take our triangle and we say angle B. So we want to know B. B is equal to 180 minus 106.2 minus 90. Sorry, not 106.2. 61.7. What am I talking about, dude? That's rough.
Pretty
okay.
small.
You know
that right triangle defies logic.
Yeah. 61.7. All right. And you just put that in the calculator. Subtract it out, and you find out that your last angle there is 28.3 degrees. So boom, 28.3 degrees. All right, at that point, you're just taking the rest of the information you have. So I want to find angle B, or sorry, side B. I already found angle B. I want to find side B, side A. Come on, brain, work. And side B. Again, opposite side, opposite side. All right, so to find side A, I have opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse is which trig function?
Oh, let me get the notes out from last time. Opposite over, that is sine.
Sine, right? So I'm going to take, if I want to find that, I'm going to take sine of 61.7 degrees is equal to opposite, which is A, over 106.2. All right, the big thing is here is check what mode you're in with your calculator. And you should be in degrees, so hit mode and then select degrees. And then you're just solving for A, which means I need to move this over, so I do 106.2 sine of 61.7 equals A. And I just plug that into the calculator.
So wait, what was it?
Huh?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, so like I know angle A and I know side C. So if I want to know side A, I'm going to do opposite over hypotenuse. So
Yeah.
that's why I use sine. So I do sine of 61.7 degrees equals A over 106.2. The thing
Yeah.
I need to make sure about is if I'm in degrees, like go into your calculator, there's a button that says mode. You click mode, and then you want to select degrees. Because you
It's
can either
gonna
have
say
degrees or
radian.
radians selected.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
you're solving for A. So since you're solving for A, you need to multiply 106.2 to both sides. That's how we get this 106.2 sine of 61.7 degrees. So like you go ahead and plug that into your calculator and you get an answer. And that answer happens to be 93.5. You have an option at this point where you can do Pythagorean theorem to find the other side, or you can just look at angle, or you can look at B and do opposite over hypotenuse again and do sine. It's up to you. You can do it either way. All right, so like you could either do Pythagorean theorem at this point, or you could just solve for side B, which is going to be 50.3. So I'll let y'all solve for that yourself and try that out, and you should get 50.3 there. Does that make sense, though?
Yeah.
Is there any questions about that?
Not really.
Because
Oh,
this is
actually,
literally what you're
there.
going to do for the entire section.
That's it?
Is that all it is for this?
Yeah, for 6.2, you're going to set up the triangle, or go based off the size that you know, and then you'll find the missing angle, or angles, right? And then you'll find the missing sides. So you're just going to use trig functions. And you're basically going to use sine, cosine, and tangent.
So we're done?
That's it. Easy peasy.
Cool.
I can do more examples, but that's literally what you guys are going to do for today. Like, there's some word problems. I'm going to assign, like, I'm going to assign 2 of them, because one of them's one I like to use the same setup for the test. But that way you guys can try it. And then we'll go over it tomorrow if we need to.
Hold up, did someone just burp?